You can start.
Okay. Hello, welcome back to Automation Squad. Today we'll start with the fourth part of document understanding playlist, which is classify. In classify, we identify the types of files which the robot should be processing. So these are all we are going to discuss today. If you are new, I would recommend you to go to all the previous parts which are already been in our channel. So firstly, what is document classification, and then we'll see a few of the classifiers which we already have, and we'll see example in UiPath. So firstly, what is document classification? It is a component in the framework that helps to identify the types of files which the robot has to process. So for example, we'll have many types of the files, right? We discussed already about the taxonomy. So inside the taxonomy, we describe different types of documents. So those documents, so once you have a set of documents, it goes to classify, and then it classifies according to the according to some classifier. So here we'll have a few of the classifiers which UiPath by standard it gives, like the keyword classifier, and then the intelligent keyword classifier, flexi capture, and machine learning. So we'll discuss each of them in the coming slides. So that's basically the document classification. So it can be a document can be classified into two types, logical document and then the multiple logical document types. So for example, if it is a single logical type, so in particular a set in a set, for example, let me open the document of processing the folder. So yeah, so if you open this, if I open this invoice, so in this entire document we only have a single type, which is invoice type. We don't have any other type. So that's a single logic document type. So inside single logical document type, we'll have only single type. There won't be any other reports. So for example, if it is invoice, there will be a data only related to invoice, not any of the other. So similarly, in the other hand, the multiple logical document type will have multiple other types in a single document. So if I open that multiple document, it might contain many pages, and then each page might have a different document. So first one, here we have income tax return, and then here we have damage report, and this is something else, and then here we have a invoice as well. So here we have mixed number of documents. So this is called multiple logical document type. That those are the classification methods we have. And next, to classify, we need an activity, right? So here the activity is called classify document scope. So all the classification happens in this document scope, and here I'll quickly show you. So this is the class document scope. And how do we use that document classification scope? The classification is done through this activity. To classify the documents, you can use one or more classifiers. So here I've used intelligent keyword classifier. You can, if you see, this is a parallel activity kind, so you can have other classifier as well. So in total we have 4, so you can use all of them at once for single document. So yeah, that's one of the note that should be taken. And so it provides all classifiers. That's one thing, and it accepts one or more. It allows document type filtering, taxonomy mapping, and then the confidence threshold. I'll explain you in action when we go to the in action part. Like I'll show you what all fields we have there. So, and yeah, that's classify document scope. And next, the types of classifiers. So up to now we had a discussion like what is a classify, and then what is classify document scope, and then we have like how it classifies. Like for example, we have to give the taxonomy, and then it checks based on few classified types. I'll explain the classified type. So based on that type, it will classify the documents based on the taxonomy and all. So here we have 4 types of classifiers. So the first one, we have keyword based classifier. So it is a simple classifier that searches for repeating string sequences within the given file, like in order to perform the document classification. So for example, inside the keyword based classifier, if you give the word called invoice, so when processing the document, it opens the PDF. Like in previous step, we already discussed like what is data extraction. So there it extracts the whole document, and then it finds the entire PDF will be electronic form, and in the digital form. So there it checks based on a keyword. So it checks if you have a keyword based classifier, and then if you give a keyword called invoice, so that classifier checks if that document text contains invoice or not. If it is an invoice, then it will be classified as that particular document type. So that's basically keyword based. And then the next one, we have intelligent keyword classifier. So intelligent classifier uses a word vector. It learns from files. Like intelligent itself means like it can learn it by itself, just like an ML. Not there is a separate ML classifier, but here it learns based on a word vector. And then the next, flexi capture. So flexi capture classifier is basically from Abby activities. So you can find that in uipath.abby.activities. If you want the classification method to be based on a set of flexi capture definition files, or a classifier file, then we use flexi capture classifier. So in the example, I'll explain you what is the intelligent keyword classifier, and then how we use that. And then finally, we have ML classifier. ML classifier uses a machine learning model deployed as an ML skill in AI center. So we have an AI center where we can deploy all our ML models. So we can get one of the model from that AI center, and then we can use that in our document understanding. So that's basically ML classifier. Okay, okay, that's all for the explanation, and then we'll see in action. So firstly, we need a classified document scope. I'll once again give you this flowchart. So initially we initialized the documents, and then we got them in an array, and then we created the taxonomy. And the taxonomy, I've showed you like how many we have, and then I've also showed you the JSON file. So now I'm looping until all the documents got completed. So firstly, it will take the count will be 0 initially. So first we digitize the document, so that now we'll have the entire document in a digital format. And then now we have the digital format. Now we have to classify which of the current document type is belong to which taxonomy, which we defined earlier. So that's what we do in the classifier. So we give the document path, the current document path, and then the extracted document text from the previous step. So that is document text. And then there itself we extract the document object model. So I've already explained you what is DOM. It is nothing but it contains the extra information, like the number of pages in the document, and then the structure of the document, like all those, if it is rotated or not, all those external information will have this. Those kind of information will be available in DOM. So we have to pass that as well. And then we have to pass taxonomy. So as I told, so we pass all this. It takes the document, it have the digital format of that, and it have the structure. So now it classifies based on this classifier. It classifies which type of taxonomy this document belongs to. That's what it happens in the document scope. So here we can configure classifiers. So yeah, we have two document types. So for example, if you in the taxonomy, whatever the document types it will be visible here. So the minimum confidence is nothing but how much percentage it will the bot should take to classify that particular document. So that's minimum confidence. And you can enable, like if you think the coming document type can be both of them, you can check both of them. Or if you think only it is form 104 this type, you can check only that. So that's basically the configure classifiers. And then the remaining classifiers we have, these are the remaining classifiers we have. So I've used intelligent keyword classifier. Just opening the manage learning. So here, like I already showed you in the configure classifiers. So these are the two document types we have. and as I told you, we have to use a word vector, so that this is the word vector which we have. So if the coming documents contains all these words and not all these, like I've explained you the confidence level, right? So the confidence level will depend on the amount of class, I mean the amount of satisfied words. So for example, if we have 197 words, out of which half of them got satisfied for that for a particular document, so that will be 50% threshold, 50% confidence. If you keep there like 80%, then that will not be classified into these type, form 1040 type. So in case if you keep a 50% of threshold, then this will satisfy. So as I told you, if there are any, if the human can also be included in this step. So if human classifies a particular document, so that document type keywords also will be added to that, so it will get automatically trained. So yeah, that's intelligent keyword classifier. We'll just go through one more classifier and then we can run the bot. It asks for the document setup file, I mean the document folder. I'll directly mention here. Okay, I think that's different one. Okay, it has been already used. Okay, no problem. We'll use the intelligent keyword classifier itself. So here we basically pass the keywords which we already have in the document processing folder, and then we pass the endpoint and then the API key. So API key we already discussed, like how do we generate API key. So that's basically this. And then here the if you have to, if the human has to be included in this step, use the present classification station. So inside this it will populate populates a window, and then there we'll have the classifiers and then the types. You can the man can, I mean the human can intervene there, and then he can manually change the types if the bot is not correctly picked. So I'll just run the bot and then we'll see. Okay, we have four. We have two taxonomies. I'm going to digitize. It is preparing for the validation station, so it might take some time. Okay, so you can see the document name, multiple documents. So that multiple documents is this one, and here we have more number of document types, more types in a single document. So yeah, these are the documents which individual documents we have in that particular document, individual pages you can say. So now human can intervene here, and then he can change. So if we click on here, it will perform, it will give a new line. And then if you think here, if you see like we have 1040, so you can directly go and then you can click on that, and then it will be classified as this particular form 1040. Like that you can classify, like so next one, this is not a valid one. Just ignore that. Yeah, this is the vehicle damage report form. So you can click on this and then you can select vehicle damage report. So yeah, that's how you classify. And then once you classify, you just click on save, and then that will be trained for coming next runs. So that's basically the validation station. I'm just clicking on close. Yeah, since we didn't save or we didn't do anything, so that we got error there. So this time we'll comment this part, and then we can see the document, the final result, how many classifications happened. We can see that in a message box. Actually, the digital step, which is what takes much time. Yeah, we had 5 different types in that classification. That's what it printed here. So this type we can, the output, I forgot to say, like you can directly click on Control K, and then you can add, you can give your name, and then that will automatically create a variable with classification result type. So that's this. So yeah, so now we have covered 4 steps to create taxonomy, digitize, and classify. And in coming sessions, we'll see like the validation station, and then the actual extraction. So previously in digitize step, we extract everything we have in the document. In the next coming extraction step, we extract only the fields which we require from the document. So for example, in this document we might need only the invoice, so we extract only this part from the entire digitized text which has been happened in this digitized step. So that's what we are going to do, and then I'll show you the steps in action. So yeah, basically that. So thank you.
Thank you, Krishna.